Hi everybody, Jo here again. Thanks so much for popping in. I cannot believe we are so close to the big day. I hope you're all sorted and relaxed. But I thought I'd pop in with a nice quick emergency card and tag, because do you know what? This is the time, I don't know about you, where somebody will pop in with a card for you and you haven't got one. So what I thought I'd do is just show you what you can create with very little resources and pretty quickly if you need to. And what I've used is our lovely A5 cardstock, and this is the Kraft card. So this is the front of the design. And as always, look, I've decorated the back. And I just think it shows up lovely on Kraft card. I love Kraft card. And I've decorated the envelope. And also what I've actually done is made myself a tag as well. If you're somebody who's made all your cards, why not make yourself some lovely tags? And just to show you, looks stunning in blue as well. I couldn't resist. You know what I'm like, my mind wanders. So I had to have another go at one in blue. So at least I've got extra tags ready for those last minute presents. So what we're going to do is we'll start off, as I say, with our A5 card. And I'm going to stamp the front and the back at the same time. This is something a few of you have asked, how I actually do the front and the back, because I normally just show you the back, but today we'll do both. Now, a little tip, if you get your cards ready scored like I do, you can always tell the bit where it goes in, this is the front. If you turn it over, the bit where you've got the raised bit, that's the inside. And if you look, you can actually tell because the card is cut. This is your neat edge. And if you look on this, this is almost the rough edge. So this is my front and my back. And today we're going to use pine cone to start off with. And then we're going to bring in a little bit of sand dune, or Sandra June as she is now known. And we'll start off with our fir cone branch. And as I say, this is very speedy, so. And we'll stamp one on the back, just to start off with. Lovely, look how that looks. And then to the front, we're going to have one sort of here. And then we'll come in with one more, and I'm just going to put it here. And I'll show you when I lift it off. What I've done is I've put the branch here so it almost, you know, it could tessellate. You could actually build this up. You could have quite a few. Now, if I was doing the tag at the same time, I'd stamp my tag. But I'm just going to concentrate on the card today because, as you can see, the tag is just stamped once with the fir cone branch and then adding all the bits that I'm going to add to this. Now, the mini winter berry stamp. And it's the little mini one. I use this so much. And I'm just going to put one at the end there. And then we'll add one there, and we'll have one there. Now, if ever the stem doesn't reach, just get your brown fine liner pen, and again, these are on the website. Anybody who stamps in brown, for me, I urge you to get one of these, the Micron pens. We have them in black and brown. Now, I've had to write on mine because although the base is black and brown, it's not easy unless they're next to each other. It's a quick glance to see which is which, so I've written on mine. Right, so we'll come in to the main card now, and I'm thinking let's pop one hanging from the end. And then the main thing when you're stamping these is try and stamp them in an area where you can add colour, where you're not going to have anything almost showing through. Now I want a nice shape. I think I'll go for there. You see, if I'd have stamped that nearer, I would have got those branches in. And I think we'll have one there, 1 to 5. That's a nice odd number. So happy with that. And then I want to bring in a little bit of the mini holly, but in the background. So we'll bring in our Sandra June, as she's known, and we'll just stamp a little bit. And because this is a light colour, it knocks the holly into the background because I don't want it to take over the design. But almost if I don't stamp it, I'll notice it's not there. And again, if ever you're not sure about this, make 2 cards or take photos as you go and you'll see which you like and the difference. Right, that's the back done. I like that shape. Can you see? I probably went off camera there because I'm just merrily stamping away. I'm just going to turn my card round just so I can add a few of these. And I really want to keep that shape. So I'm just going to pop one at the end there and then just... And I don't want to use second generation because when I tried it was almost too pale then. With this being a pale colour anyway, first generation is just the right. Let's have a look. Right, we need just something there to follow that round. Yeah, happy with that. And then just because we've got this space here, it's a perfect place to put our sentiment. And this comes from the seasonal words, and I'm going to use Noel. Now we've got peace, Christmas and joy, so you could use any of those. But I'm going to pop Noel just there. Now, a little bit of quick colouring because again, as I say, we just need to be mindful. This is your Christmas card that, you know, you'd almost forgotten about. We'll go for the red for the berries, and this is the Wink of Stella. I've got my red, my gold and my silver. So with the gold, first of all, I'm going to just colour a little bit of the fir cones. Now, I know you think I'm a bit daft. I'm colouring the base bit because I'm going to add a little bit of snow at the top. And if I colour the base in the gold, it makes it look more that there's snow on the top bit. Now you'll see what I mean. And I'm going to come in with the red on the berries. And I'm just going to do, now that one there needs a bit of my fine liner. It's floating, look. And we can just join that up. There we go. Nobody will ever know. Same with this one here. Right, there we go. And remember, the Wink of Stella not only adds colour, I have to say I love that blue. I've been dying to use my blue. I only bought it the other week when I was at Lavinia. But also, remember, it adds the sparkle. Now, I want a bit of shadowing. So I'm going to use the grey and just colour where I would have some shadow. And this will add some depth. And then I'm just going to come back in with the red over the top. And you'd be amazed what a difference it makes. And for me, it's these little details. Even when you're doing a quick card, you need these lovely little finishing tricks. Right, red on red. Gold on gold, silver on silver, sorted. What I do want to do is just with the red. I knew there was something else. I'm so glad you shouted. Whoever that was that shouted to me then, you forgot you needed something else with the red. I'm just going to go round the Noel. Now, this is where you need a steady hand. And you know what? I haven't got a steady hand. So if we go outside the line, I'm going to say it's artistic license. I'm going to add some snow anyway, so nobody will know. There we go. Again, just helps look that lovely cohesive design. White Signo Uniball. And so what I was telling you, so on the top of these fir cones, look, I can add a little bit of the white. And if I just bring it closer, can you see? We've got the white at the top and then we've got that lovely gold. So that gives a bit more depth. And makes the fir cone look a little bit more 3D. And as I say, with the Wink of Stella having that bit of sparkle. Now, we'll just put some highlights on the berries. And then we're going to add a little bit of snow. I am going to add some Posca. But what I like to do is just look where, if it was snowing, the snow would go, and it just would congregate in all these sorts of little nooks and crannies at the top. If the snow was coming down, it's just going to get in these little... So very quickly. Now, again, you can spend longer doing this. You can use your Posca for this. For me, I just find I get a nicer result with this beautiful Signo pen, but I am going to add some Posca splats on top. Now, you can spend as long as you wish doing that. Now, we'd get some there. If it's coming this way, it'd just catch the top there. Lovely. And on the Noel look, we just want a bit of snow. It's just going to catch on the top, and then we'll have a little bit just to ground it. And just up the sides. You know what the snow's like. Now, if you don't have snow and you don't want to add any snow, don't. It's totally up to you. It's your card design. And we're just, so again, on the back, and this is why it's nice to do the front and the back at the same time. I just have to think where that snow would just rest. And for me, it shows up beautifully on the Kraft card. And also, it knocks that lovely holly further back. So we're getting that lovely... I mean, how quickly was that? So, let's add some Posca. Oh, before we add our Posca, we need some glitter. So I'm just going to add some Stickles. Now, a few of you have asked, your Stickles is a glitter glue. And this one's Stardust. And you can put it directly on your work. But I like to just use an old brush and paint it on. Just because I want to just put it, I don't want it over the whole card design. I just want it in various places. And I don't want it too thick. So I find it easier just to paint it on. I don't want it on my berries, you see, because I've used my Wink of Stella. Now, if you're giving this card straight away, obviously maybe leave the Stickles off, because it will take just a little while to dry. And we're just going to mop that up. Then Posca. Give it a good shake. And just with a brush, and again, we can do these, we can do the back. I always do the back first because I can see how my Posca's behaving. And almost gives it a chance to warm up. And then move on to the front. And then by the time we do the front look, the Posca's really behaving well. Got some lovely snow there. And we can get rid of this. And then the final little thing is with one of our Kraft yarns, look, I'm going to make myself a lovely bow. And again, once I've made the bow, I can decide what size I want it. Pull it nice and tight. Now, let me see, is that going to be the right? Yep, I reckon that's the right sort of size. So we'll just snip those off. And I'm going to use my Bippity Boppity glue. Now this dries clear, so I know if I put in myself a nice little bit there and put the Kraft yarn on, and I can just spend a minute just getting it the right, I want that sort of angle. Yeah, there we go. And then there's your card finished. She says, look at that, all my tags, my brushes just fell. Do you know what? See, this really is crafting at home with me. But that's fine, look. That glue will dry clear, so that doesn't matter. And there you have the front and the back. As I say, as quick as that. And then when it's folded, bone folder just down the side. and you've got the finished design. So, like I say, if you need a quick tag, we'll pop those two up there, and that's the blue Wink of Stella and these lovely Kraft threads. I do love these. I've got so many different colours. So I hope you enjoyed that. And as always, take care of yourselves. Have a lovely evening. Be kind to each other. And pop back again tomorrow. Love and hugs from me. Bye for now.